It's George's first time using Zoom. All right.
Foxx. Mr. Foxx,
Yes.
I feel like my net worth has increased. You know why?
Why is that?
Because I received this thing in the mail. And it looks like a life insurance policy, a really nice one, but it says life insurance proposal.
Oh, wow. Look, it's got your name on it and everything.
Oh, it comes in a nice envelope that says personal and confidential. I'm like,
Wow.
is the stimulus check
Wow.
here? Like, what's up?
Wow.
I see this thing. It says 31-day no risk commitment. I'm like, okay, that's a good start. And by the way, remember we already talked about this. So they've already been, if you have the type of budget where you can get past the psychology of the human psychology, where you've just sent me over 12 items and I've seen your name over and over offering this thing. Eventually,
Yeah.
anyways, I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, as they say.
Sounds like you're falling to a marketing ploy.
Maybe, but so what? Maybe there's something good here. I want to use this as a learning point. Let's drown out the noise and focus on the signal. What is good in here? I hope there's something good in here, or else I'm going to be very annoyed.
That looks like an application.
Bro, it actually says application.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Mr. David Foxx, how rude do you think it would be considered as one of your clients when before meeting them, you send them the full 2-page application?
That's pretty presumptive. I can't believe that they're wanting you to fill it out.
Oh, that's true. Because you do the app. You're the professional. So they want.
I do that. Exactly.
Oh.
So you make one mistake on that. You know the crazy part. Like you make one mistake on your life application if you're doing it on your own. I've actually seen cases that do not pay out when a death occurs because of a mistake. Like the companies are very scrupulous about going through and finding every line about what exists. Yeah. And if you make a mistake on the application, it won't actually pay.
I know for a fact, because I speak to a lot of people about social media and digital marketing. I know for a fact, most people do not even read past 3 lines.
There's a lot more than 3 lines right there, George. I mean, did you turn it over? What I'm seeing on the other side.
Oh my goodness. Oh, no. Okay, but look, but it came in a night. Dude, it even feels good. What is that? Is that pleather? It's something it's not normal paper. This is not office paper, bro. This is something good. Or it could be terrible for the environment. We don't know.
That's some serious marketing.
Oh my goodness, check this out. This is amazing. First page. You know how people love to see their names.
Wow. Yeah.
My name bigger than their company. Whoa. Thank you, bros.
Wow. George, that's crazy.
We are pleased to present you with this proposal for direct term life insurance from AAA Life Insurance Company and towing.
And auto.
Oh man, hold on. No medical exams.
Yep. In the industry, a lot of companies are doing the same.
Okay. Just answer a few health questions. If your spouse wishes, you can also, so like if you want to add your spouse, go ahead and put her stuff on this application as well. That's good.
Yep. They want to send her one too.
Dude, they assume the close. They're like, you want it, you need it. Jedi mind trick, life insurance. Boom.
They're sending you the bill before they actually tell you about the product.
That was rude. You shouldn't say it like that. That's rude, Fox.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Take the next steps now.
Hmm.
Can't
It is good. It is
I
good to
don't
be
need
spelled out. That's for sure. It is good to be spelled out, at least knowing what comes next. You know, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step.
rate proposal. How do you know what my rate, what are my needs? What's going to be the best thing for my family right now, right? Like, okay, Fox, all joking aside, I know we're silly on some levels, but what would a person need to know about me before they can give me a rate proposal? Like what type of questions would I need to ask before they can send me this
Great
normally?
question. Yeah, great question, George. They're going to need to know a little bit about your current medical history. Well, current status and also medical history. They'll probably do a medical check for RX, means the prescriptions that you've been prescribed and why they were prescribed. They're going to want to know a little bit about what you currently have for pre-existing conditions. There are some companies that don't require any kind of medical at all, meaning if you already have pre-existing conditions, like you can get coverage through those companies. But to really be able to have a great benefit, to know what someone would qualify for, you'd have to know, like, are they a smoker or non-smoker? What's their current age? What's their height and their weight ratio? Even like how they would do for past experiences like high blood pressure or diabetes. Now, these are not things that would disqualify you, but based on certain companies, like Nation or for a AAA, AAA does not do diabetes very well. So if you have a pre-existing condition like that, there are some other companies that would cover much better.
Dude, everything you explained, they got it covered right here. So sorry, Fox. Says, how much insurance do you need? Right there in a little box on the last page. Tuck the.
Yep.
There you go.
That's a good question to ask. So also something that you should start to figure, they don't know what your net worth is, so being able to quote out something on how much you would need is very subjective. So going through, life and seeing what your assets are and what your liability is. If you were to pass away, what would your family be left with? So what bills or what, capital would they need to pay back from any kind of certain debts that they have, or even for the future?
Is it
If you have
normal?
kids.
Is it normal that a term would not cover a person over 80? Like if a person turns 80 years old, the term ends no matter what?
Most would not end, but you wouldn't be able to start a new policy after 80.
So like
Like if
let's say
you're,
somebody gets a policy at 65 or 70 and it
Mhm.
goes past 80. Is that okay?
Yep, absolutely. That can definitely happen. You can get a 20-year term that'll go to 85. You can even get a 25-year term with some companies that'll go to
Because I did
90.
read here saying that their policies end at age 80.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, it's some people will do a hard cutoff. So definitely read that in the fine print. Like if they're selling you a 20-year policy and you're 65, you're actually overpaying for it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, great point. But the thing is, this thing looks so nice. They look so professional.
Yeah.
I like they're earning my business
Mm-hmm.
through
Yeah,
the psychology of sales.
a lot of companies are really good at marketing. So, but having a really good understanding of how the policy works and having a personal connection is very powerful. I see a lot of online quote companies that like aren't even required to meet with someone, and that's kind of dangerous, right? So that's crazy,
Nice,
George.
man. Dude, if they
That's
hit me
crazy,
with 2
George.
more of these, even though I am a licensed agent, I might just pick one up just because I respect their follow-up game.
Oh my gosh. So they got you entangled. So their junk mail is starting to weigh on you.
So, okay. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. I'm gonna tell my wife from now on, if she sees anything AAA, don't even show it to me because it's gonna work. Unless
Yep.
she wants me to have a bad AAA policy, don't even bring them to me because
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
eventually it's going to
crazy.
wear on me.
Yep. Using soothing colors, some resume paper, and people think it's a great deal. Definitely understand what you're getting, and the best way, instead of just trying to work with an online, type in the right question, you should ask a representative, ask a professional who can actually show you not just what AAA does, but have the opportunity to shop 120 different companies that do the same exact thing.
Hmm.
So once you
So
do that, then you really know what value you can get.
a lot of people don't want to deal with this life
Mhm.
insurance. Who the heck wants to deal with that? It's like, we'll take care of it later. And then
Right.
that thing happens, whatever, somebody gets sick, somebody's in the hospital,
Mhm.
whatever goes on. So there's another death to somebody who's close in the family, and then it becomes real.
Right.
But
Yeah.
if you see this video right now, if you hear our voices right now, it's real right now.
Yeah. It is much better to plan for the inevitable before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, and many times, both you and I have had experiences just very recently
Yep.
that we start to need to reflect on how we are setting up our families for their future. And sometimes life insurance is a very selfless act. You're acting on behalf of the family that you have now to make sure they'll be covered no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow is not promised, but we can definitely plan for it.
Yeah. Our families have been dealing with some heavy stuff recently,
Yeah.
and this is something that I know my children are not going to have to worry about.
Exactly.
I can give
And
up a few Starbucks. I can give up a couple of trips to the In-N-Out Burger and ensure a proper future with just a little bit of proper planning. It's not actually, I'm not sacrificing much.
George, you said it right there. Just sparing, a Starbucks, like you said, or, one night less, out to eat
Yep.
with the family, eat in, play some board games, knowing that just that little action will be taking care of them for many times for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So using today's compounding interest factors, using today's even living benefits that allow you to use a life insurance policy while you're still living instead of when you pass away, because typically if you're dealing with those issues, you need cash today. Like you need that inflow because your bills are starting to increase. Maybe you're not able to work, you get a chronic or critical or terminal condition. Matter of fact, most businesses fail because of either a chronic, critical, or terminal illness of a business owner.
Hmm.
So, and in 2020, last year, there were 850,000 new widows that came about, right, because of a spouse passing away. And out of those, 90% of them are filing for bankruptcy.
Oh,
And
wow.
all of that can be handled. All of that can be taken care of just because of a little bit of planning today that can help us prepare for our
I did
futures.
not know that that number was that high.
Yeah, it is
Oh, wow.
extremely high. So, and it just doesn't need to happen. But so I'm glad that you did get a policy or a mail out from AAA. So we're at least trying to start the conversation, because even though it is kind of comical to think about how companies are doing marketing, and exactly, you see your name on something and you think, wow, this is great. But
Dude, I love them. This is a free long commercial for you guys, AAA, no charge. I mean, I do love you guys. I got some questions about your tactics.
yeah, but speaking with a professional, this is what I do, and there are so many companies that offer benefits that might be a better fit for you. But certainly, let's look at the policies to see their merit and what we can get from it, and what you will get in return
It,
for the dollars that you're spending into it.
it's a really tough conversation to have.
Mhm.
It might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a while to get the paperwork done or do what you need to get done, but
Yep.
it might be a much tougher conversation if you don't have this one earlier on,
Yeah, but
because
once it's done, it's done.
that's it.
You don't have
Once
to
it's in
worry about it.
place, it's in place.
Hmm.
You do your annual review, you check on it, you tweak it a little bit, you adjust it to the current market, and that's it. It's in place. You don't have to do this whole thing again. And it's a lot more easy than people put the stress on themselves of thinking. When I talk to people about finances, like, but we have to break that stigma of talking about money. We have to break that stigma of planning, preparing. People are so scared of talking about money. They don't even want to talk about if they have a college fund ready for their kid. I have a friend with a 10-year-old and I'm like, hey dude, do you have a college fund? Do you have something started for her yet? Dude, you know, I got something. It's like, I don't know, like what do you got? Something, it's like,
For
they can have a
years.
conversation with you and make it happen.
Yeah, for years, George, it's been to where like the wealthy, for example, didn't want to give out their secrets, which are not secrets. It's available for everyone. Just the knowledge is not freely shared, and the conversations do need to change. You're absolutely right. We need to stop being afraid of where we are now and know those that can help us get to a better position. Reverse engineer what you want your goals to be, so you know today what you need to put in place to make sure that happens. Even after a life insurance policy is purchased, and you've gotten the protection of your family together, now having a conversation of what a will would look like for you. And now you've got this instant estate that's being built for your family that maybe you didn't have when you were a child. Maybe you struggled through life, because that foundation wasn't there in the beginning for you. Being able to set up a will and estate that's immediate through a life insurance policy now gives your family so many more options, not just your family, but generations to come, grandkids, their grandkids. It's all can be created just by simple acts of planning today.
That's
So
really, really great. Mr. Foxx, thank you. I'm saying thank you only for one reason, because you did talk me off my ledge today.
Good. I'm glad, George.
I might have moved forward with this because of the genius marketing materials.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Dude.
Thanks, George.
Appreciate your time. Thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely.